Good morning, Bhargav. Today is Thursday, November 30th, and here's the heads up brief for today. Today's production to our clients consisted of a total of 82 issues. We covered 41 issues in East Asia Pacific, 22 issues in South Asia, and 19 issues in the EMEA region. I will be briefing you on the major issues of today's production.
Hey, Bassel, thank you. Let's move on to the major issues today, please.
Sure. In East Asia Pacific, I'll be covering the top two of the 41 issues. In Indonesia, workers will stage a national strike in various cities and districts across the country today. Said Iqbal, which is the president of the Confederation of Indonesian Trade Unions, highlighted the potential of complete paralysis in the Bekasi Regency in West Java. Said claimed that over 500,000 workers will participate in the strike action. The strikes are scheduled to be carried out across regions such as West Java, Banten, Jakarta, East Java, Makassar, and Banjarmasin. The workers are demanding a 15% wage increase from governors in each province. We covered this as the major development in the Southeast Asia Roundup today.
All right, thank you.
In Myanmar, the Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army announced on November 28th that the military's infantry battalion 125 stationed in Khon Kian, Shan State, had surrendered to them. According to local sources, the infantry battalion 125 was deployed in a fortified hill base in the area, and the base had not been breached before. Meanwhile, clashes broke out between the National Liberation Army and the military in Kiakme, Shan State on November 27th.
All right, that's another setback for the military. Please advise the relevant team to track the developments in the ongoing conflict. The military seems to be on the back foot and it's getting worse for the military. So let's focus on how things are evolving on the ground, please. Thank you.
Sure, we're monitoring this closely. In South Asia, I'll be covering the top two of the 22 issues. In India, more than 1,000 police officers will be deployed at the Esplanade area in Kolkata, West Bengal today to provide security for the BJP rally. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be participating in the event and addressing the gathering. Locals have been advised to avoid travel on RR Avenue, Doring Crossings, Bentinck Street, and Waterloo Street from 11:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. local time today. We covered this as the major development in the South Asia Roundup today.
It is important to note the bitter rivalry between the West Bengal government headed by the TMC party, which is diametrically opposite ideologically and politically from the incumbent government in the center, that is BJP, here represented by Home Minister Amit Shah, who is the most important member of the central cabinet, second only to Mr. Modi himself. So clashes on the ground, if not at the rally, but in the surrounding areas cannot be ruled out. The two parties have pitched on-ground battles across the state during the elections and before the elections. So the political campaigning in Bengal looks similar to that of Bangladesh. So let's keep an eye out on how things evolve on the ground and keep our clients updated, please. Thank you.
Sure, Bhargav. Also in India, Bhargav, opposition party, the Bharatiya Janata Party, will hold protests in Odisha tomorrow over demands to reverse the decision regarding allowing tribal land to be sold to non-tribals. As per the amendment, members of the scheduled tribe community can transfer land to non-tribals for agriculture or industrial purposes with a written permission from local authorities. The issue has been referred to the Tribal Advisory Council.
Yes, the tribal issues in India are very sensitive, especially in central and eastern parts of the country. And Orissa has large tracts of tribal land which have high restrictions on what can be done with the land, whether it's transfer of ownership or usage for industrial purposes. And this has also led multiple rebellions in the form of communist rebels in the state of Orissa, as well as Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, and Jharkhand, which are neighboring states of Orissa. So the issue needs to be tackled with sensitive hands by the government, both at the center and at the state level. Further dilution of such rights to the tribal communities will only lead to further rebellion against the security forces in the region, which have been a major issue for the last 3 to 4 decades across the central part of the country. Let's monitor the situation, Bassel, and update our country profiles accordingly.
Sure, Bhargav. In EMEA, I'll be covering the top top three, actually, of the 19 issues. In Greece, taxi drivers will go on a 48-hour strike in Athens on December 5th. The taxi drivers union SETA called for the strike. This comes amid the new tax reform proposed by the government concerning freelance professionals. The government wants to introduce minimum presumptive taxable income and income tax for freelance professionals. It claims that tax evasion is widespread among them. We conveyed this to our clients via an advisory message today.
All right, thank you.
Concerning Finland and Russia, the Kremlin yesterday stated that any attempt by Finland to concentrate troops on its border with Russia would be viewed as a threat. This comes after Poland offered to send military advisors to help Finland police the Russian-Finnish border. The head of the Polish National Security Bureau said a team of military advisors will provide on-site knowledge on border security. The Finnish border guard and Interior Ministry both stated that they were unaware of any plan to bring Polish military advisors to the eastern border. We conveyed this to our clients via an advisory message today as well.
All right, this is an indication of overly exuberant Polish government trying to escalate things across the border. Thank you.
Also, lastly, concerning the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, the humanitarian pause has been extended for 24 hours this morning. This came as the 2-day extension of a halt and fighting ended at 7 a.m. local time today. The period of the latest extension is still unclear. Before the extension, Hamas claimed that Israel had refused to accept the latest list of captives to extend the humanitarian pause. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has informed US President Joe Biden that a military operation in southern Gaza is necessary to destroy Hamas. We covered this as the major development in the EMEA roundup today, and we conveyed this to our clients.
All right, nothing further from my end, Bassel. Thank you.
Thanks, Bhargav.